Do you like hurting other people? If you said yes, it's pretty weird, bro. Hotline Miami is a game I'm sure at least most of you have heard of. If not, you ever seen this guy? Yeah, the Payday 2 Rooster guy. Yeah. No. Hotline Miami guy. I don't think it's too out there to say that Hotline Miami is quickly approaching classic territory. I mean, this game's 13 years old. I was trying to unlock Shadow in Super Smash Bros. Brawl when this game dropped. My best friend in the 3rd grade told me if you played 1,000 games of Sonic, Shadow would show up. Cut me some slack. Google was a foreign concept to me back then. In case you don't know what Hotline Miami is at all, it's basically a top-down, retro-style run-and-gun shooter where you go into Russian mob safe houses and just clear them out. Extremely violently. How you even know where these mob hideouts are is thanks to mysterious messages left on your answering machine. Very spooky. The character you play as in this run-and-gun massacre doesn't actually have a name. Except, I lied to you just now, he actually does.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Technically, when the first Hotline Miami dropped, the main character didn't have a name and was instead just based on Ryan Gosling and Drive. I'm not joking. It was only when the game took off and everyone decided that this character needed to have a name with how intriguing he was that he was titled Jacket. And how was he given this badass name? You're not even ready for this. Because he wore a Letterman jacket. Innovation awards all around. I guess if you had to give this guy a classification, he's technically an anti-hero, but there's like heavy emphasis on the anti in anti-hero there. He's not a villain because there's definitely more deplorable villain characters across the two games, and I guess you could argue that most of the people he kills are bad, but that's even a stretch of a statement because Jacket kills so many people so violently. Too violently, too many people to be considered a hero, a good guy. But just for funsies, let's compare him to some of the other main characters in the series. This guy's a ruthless crime boss, this guy does what Jacket does, but literally for fun. This guy's about the same level of morally gray as Jacket. These guys try to do what Jacket did, but do it way worse. This guy's a raging serial killer, this guy's a raging racist, and this guy scares me. Like, the only argument that can really be made is, oh, well, he's killing Russian mobsters, and mobsters are bad, so that makes him a good guy. But if you pay attention to the story of the two games, he's killing them because he hates Russians. So, like, racism's pretty bad, too. Just thought I'd add this part in here. While I was fact-checking what I was saying, just to, make sure I wasn't wrong, I stumbled across this Hotline Miami character's racism tier list. Out of context, this game must look really insane. But then if you pay attention to the story of the two games, there's also an insanely important plot point where America and Russia are literally at war, and Jacket served in that war, so they're opposing countries. I don't know, man. There's a lot of story to these games. And I highly recommend you check it out if you're interested, because it is an incredible story. I remember I was really hooked on it when I played the games for the first time, but I unfortunately am not the most reliable source because the story is very confusing, and I guarantee if you go into these games blind like I did, you are just not going to have any idea what's going on. My verdict on the main character, Jacket, I mean, in case you couldn't tell by me literally wearing the jacket, I think he's pretty cool. He's like John Wick if John Wick dressed like a college jock and wore animal masks. Anyways, back to the actual game. Jacket is receiving mysterious messages on his answering machine, tipping him off to Russian hideout locations, so he goes there and he clears house. Sounds pretty simple, right? And honestly, it is, if you have the hang of the game. It's top-down, 360 degrees of just bloody violence, whether you're inflicting it or having it inflicted on you. Once you start speeding it up is when this game gets really good because you just feel like a god-tier gamer when you're flying through, avoiding bullets, avoiding enemies, and just wreaking absolute havoc. I replayed the game for this video, and I beat it in an hour and a half, which, was way quicker than I thought I would, but I guess I'm just epic like that. And the reason I say I wasn't expecting to beat it that quick is because this game is pretty hard. Where this game gains at least a few extra hours of playtime is in the difficulty alone. Like, it won't be a problem if you've played it before, played it quite a bit, you can start flying through it, but you're not gonna have the hang of it when you play this game for the first time, and I'm sorry to humble you, but the game is going to humble you. My first playthrough of this game took 7 hours. Just to remind you, I beat it today in 90 minutes. This game kicked my ass the first time through. But that's one of the biggest points of the game. You're not some plot armor covered bullet sponge of a main character. You're just some dude who knows how to kill other dudes, but like those other dudes also know how to kill you. The same baseball bat that you just delivered to that dude's face, well, it just got delivered to the back of your head as well. The same shotgun blast that you just took out 2 guys with, not paying attention to windows, you're gonna be eating those. The only plot armor Jacket has is the fact that he can get anything done in that rooster mask. Like, seriously, a feat of human ability. I can't see shit in this thing. There are so many ways to die in this game. Guns through windows, tanky enemies, dogs running at hyperspeed. Hell, even the police get in on the action at one point. And the sick and twisted part is, this game is easier than the second game. But I'm gonna try and limit how much I talk about the second game because that's gonna be its own video. I do honestly have to give props to the Russian mobsters that are willing to throw themselves at this monster of a man in a rooster mask, because if I leave the washroom and I see this guy, my reaction's going a little something like this. Another big thing that makes this game so iconic is the music that plays while you're kicking down doors and kicking in heads. I still can't help but extra lock in when Miami Disco starts playing because that song makes me feel like I have plot armor, even though I most definitely do not. But the only way you're going to know if I'm telling the truth is if you go play the game for yourself, or if you've already played the game and you know I'm telling the truth, maybe you go replay it. That's all I really aim to do here, is to share my passion in video games to you guys. Maybe spark that passion within you. Maybe you go replay the game and you're like, oh man, this game is really good. That's all I really aim to do. So if you've had Hotline Miami sitting in your Steam library or in your PlayStation library for years and years untouched, maybe go give it a replay. Maybe it'll be better the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th time around. But as always, thank you so much for stopping by, supporting my little videos, supporting my channel. It really does mean the world. And thank you. Thank you so much. And hopefully, I'll see you soon.